Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Today's video is about my hair story. So, where do I begin? Okay, so I've always had pretty much long, thick hair, but when I was old enough to do it on my own, I began relaxing my hair on my own, probably starting at the age 13. So I've been relaxed, since I was 13 up until maybe 3 years ago, maybe 4. I was suffering from extreme hair breakage. I didn't know where it was coming from. My hair just was not acting right, breaking off left and right. I decided to go natural with my hair. So I gradually had my hair cut up. I had a stylist who, for 3 years, transformed my hair. And I was pretty much natural though for about the 3 years because we cut a lot off and we just kept cutting off the relaxed ends. It was transitioning, but I didn't know at the time what it was. Basically, she, grew out my hair back down to, it was in between like armpit length and bra strap length. But the thing is I was natural for about 3 years, but not really, but sort of kind of really. Because I went to the salon once a week, to get my hair pressed and curled. Yeah, my stylist suggested that we train my hair. I was cool with it. So this was before I knew anything about a hair journey. Let's just train your hair so that way if it's wet, it'll stay straight. But now I know that that was considered heat damage. I was natural for about 3 years, and then August 3rd, 2011. How I know this is because it was traumatic for me. August 3rd, 2011, I went into the salon as usual. I was paying like $40 a week, 40, and I would tip her. So she said, I don't want to see you keep wasting your money. It was a hot summer, so my hair would just keep sweating out. I didn't consider it being a waste of money. I figured like, well, I'm getting the treatments that I need. My hair is getting everything it needs. If it sweats out, so what? I'll just come back. But anyway, when I went into the salon August 3rd, 2011, she said, well, why don't we just relax your edges so at least you can keep it up in the ponytail? Again, I was fine with that because remember, the reason I stopped getting a relaxer anyway is not because I had some epiphany like I want to go natural. It was just my hair was breaking off. I didn't know what to do, so I resorted to going natural. So she said, let's relax your edges. So I was like, all right, that's fine with me. So then as she's relaxing my edges, she begins to relax all of my hair. And as she's relaxing my hair, I had no idea. She said, well, we'll just relax you. I'll just do your whole head and we'll just grow it back out. And I'm thinking to myself in my mind, like, my hair is kind of long to be growing it back out. And I remember the days when we were growing out my relaxer from the beginning. So I'm thinking like, I'm not going to go through that. I'm just going to keep getting relaxers. She relaxed my head with a Revlon relaxer and super, or I don't know if it was mild or super. And she let it sit. She relaxed it and let it sit because I do have very thick hair, but I believe I have a lot of volume in hair. And actually too, the thicker your hair, sometimes the more fragile your hair is. So it may look thick, but that doesn't mean it can take on an army. Anyway, I'm sitting and, the relaxer, she asked me, was it burning? And I said, yes. So it was about 15-20 minutes at this point. I'm not sure. It seemed like it. I get to the sink. She's rinsing my hair out. And you remember the movie, What's Love Got to Do with It? How they showed the Tina Turner story about her relaxer. All of her hair came out in the sink. I kid you not. My stylist is at the sink freaking out like, oh my gosh, did you have anything else in your hair? Your hair is just melting off. I'm sitting at the shampoo bowl like, what the bleep, right? So she's like, well, did you have anything in your hair? I'm like, no, I didn't have anything in my hair. And she was like, well, I don't know. This never happened to me in 30 years? And she's just freaking out at the bowl, right? I thought maybe a little bit came out, some patches or whatever. I'm just sitting there, I'm just praying like, Lord, just, let it all be well. I get to the chair and she's like, is no way that I can save this. Remind you, I have not seen my hair, not in the mirror or anything, because you know how they have you facing the opposite way of the mirror. I'm facing the opposite way of the mirror, so I have no idea. So she said, well, I have to cut some of your hair off. And remember, I'm thinking my hair is, we grew it out all this time. Like, it's all good. Like, I was, kind of like a little freaked out, but I didn't see it. And she said, well, I have to cut your hair. I'm like, all right, well, we have to cut it. When she gets done cutting my hair, I feel like I thought my hair was maybe like 3 or 4 inches long, going from like 14 to 16 inches long, because before she relaxed my hair, I began my hair journey that June on Father's Day. I began my hair journey. Like, I'm going to turn this all around. I had my game plan. I had been measuring my hair, so I knew how long my hair was, 16 inches, 12 inches. Like, okay, we had to cut it 5 or 6 inches, maybe even 4. Or some people would say maybe even 4. I'm like, it's all good. But when she goes to curl my hair, I noticed that her grip wasn't that long. Now I'm panicking. I'm really freaking out. She gets done with my hair, and I'll put a picture here so you can see it. I'll try to, find a before picture. I didn't really have a right on time, right now before picture of how long my hair was before she relaxed it, but I'll get one that's pretty close and I'll do the comparison so you can see side by side the two. So when when she turned me around in the chair to look in the mirror at my hair, I'm not a crier. Anybody who know me, I'm not a big boohoo crier unless I'm in church on Sunday morning and the worship is just, oh, Jesus. But typically I am not a crier. I bust out crying uncontrollably. Then she had the nerve to say to me, you've never had short hair before? Well, I have, but it was by choice. I'm flipping out at this point, and she's been doing my hair for 3 years, and like, it's a journey. I had just put in a request like, ooh, I want my hair to grow down to waist length. And sometimes when you reach for a goal, it seems like everything goes wrong at first, but you just have to keep pressing towards the mark. I cried for about 4 days, called my pastor, and at the end of the day, it was what it was. I'm sorry, my shoulders were kind of like on edge because I haven't really talked about this in a while. So my pastor just told me to embrace it. If anybody asks me, because people, when you go from long hair to short hair, everyone wants to be in your business, right? Like, why you cut your hair? Why you do this to your hair? Why you do this to your hair? Why you do that to your hair? One person had the nerve to say to me, I don't know what you were going through to cut your hair off like that, but it was not that serious. Without knowing my story, because I wasn't going around, telling on the mountaintops, over the hills, and everywhere I go that this just happened to me. I know that from being in sales and from being a woman of faith that, faith works both ways as well. Sometimes, we're natural. We're going to have to vent and talk about it. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to get over that, because you can slide down that slippery slope and just stay there in that state. And I couldn't let that steal my joy amongst everything else I was going through as well. It was a season for me to have to experience that. Oh, and people would say to me like, well, India Ari said she not her hair. I'm like, well, you let hair get burned off and tell me sing that song with joy. If they never go through it, they're always going to have something to say. So that's why a lot of times it's just best, like when you're going through things, just keep it to yourself. Keep quiet and keep walking, Anyway, she said that you can come back and get your hair done until it grows back. She said, of course, today it's no charge. And I'm thinking to myself again, like, I can't see myself paying for this. This is ridiculous. At the end of the day, I just had to let go and let God. So she did my hair about 2 or 3 times, and she's an older lady, and the way she did my hair, it just made me look old. Like, I don't even have any pictures to show you. That's how like ridiculous it was to me. And it was hard, and you know, I don't like hard hair, and so I had to end up styling it myself. At that moment, it took me like, okay, so I was in this slump. I'm just gonna keep it real. I was in the slump for like some months because I'm used to hair, but then I felt like I can't even buy a long wig because I feel so like I'm cheating. Like my hair isn't even as long anymore. So I was beginning to get short hairstyles, I guess I would say. Like I had this girl do my quick weave. It was short but longer than my hair at the time. And I had her do so on this wig for me, which was a little bit shorter. It came like to maybe my shoulders. I was, you know, going through a moment to where I had to find me. When something is taken away from you abruptly and you have no idea that it's coming, sometimes it can throw you off your horse. I began to just pray and just ask God, like, Lord, will just, you know, help me through this. I'm going to embrace this short hair. It's the new me. Don't get me wrong. I've received so many compliments on my short hair. That was August 3rd, 2011. And so I started wearing my own hair probably about November. So yeah, it took me about 3 months, like maybe end of October-ish or mid-October. November, I started wearing my own short hair, and I would style it and it would be really cute. I went to the stylist 2 times before that. Then I decided like, no. And she kept cutting my hair a little bit too. So I'm like, no, boom, bye. So I decided like, well, let me get back to my journey, figure out what works for me now and keep it moving. I began to grow out my hair. And so I began to wear it about in November of 2011. And I decided it kept growing out to where it's almost like you had to keep cutting it into that style because otherwise it looks ridiculous. So about December or January of that following year, I relaxed my hair. When that happened to me in August, I was relaxing my hair, especially the back of my hair, like every 2 weeks or something. I was out of control. Don't judge me. About in December or January or February, I decided that I'm just going to put my hair in flat twists and I'm going to wear wigs as a protective style because I experienced so much breakage. Even from all that happening, I experienced so much breakage, which that's going to be a separate video. I'll tell you guys how I was able to combat all of the breakage and strengthen my hair and retain length. But I received so much breakage, I was frustrated. So I decided I am going to just wear protective styles and wigs. And the only reason I chose wigs was because I need to be able to get to my scalp and my hair in order to treat it, to strengthen it. So I began to wear wigs in 2012. So I pretty much wore wigs the entire year of 2012, but I obviously took them off at night. I still shampooed my hair, conditioned my hair, deep conditioned my hair, gave myself protein treatments. I did everything still. And again, that's a different video. I'll definitely talk about that and how I was able to combat my breakage. I decided last year, this is why my stories are kind of different. So my hair was broken off from the relaxer debacle in August 2011. In May of 2012, I decided I am going to go natural, and I'm going natural for real this time. And I began to watch videos of young ladies on YouTube who said why I decided to go natural. Kiki Couture 10 has greatly helped me. Hair Crush, I believe her name is Chine, she's helped me. Let's see, Sunshine from Hairlicious has helped me. You Love Megs, oh my gosh, She is so amazing. She was the first person. I had emailed a lot of different people about help when I was going through this breakage, when this happened to me, and I gave her my story. She emailed me back like that day or the next day, and the first thing she said to me was that, I'm sorry you had to experience that. And that touched me so much. And she began to give me like different shampoos to try, different conditioners to try. And I had to have emailed her. Every time she emailed me, I emailed her back. So we probably emailed each other back 4 or 5 times, and she answered my question. So she definitely has my heart. If you don't know who she is, definitely go and follow her. She has been amazing to me. Just a lot of young women who's been amazing to me as well, and that helped me get to where I am. So May 16th or 17th, I'll definitely post that, I decided to go natural. But again, I just kept my hair in the flat twist. I just kept giving myself treatments, and I just kept wearing my wigs. I didn't care what anybody said. They are not walking in my shoes. They don't know my story. So you have to do what's best for you, and you can't be moved by other people and their opinions concerning you, because at the end of the day, it's their desire for you. Like, I was transitioning, and I would have someone close to me say, you just need to cut those relaxed ends off. Get your life. You cut your hair off. And I just went through this state, like, this is me being in my own lane. I just went through a state of losing all my hair. I'm not trying to cut my hair right now until I'm ready. That would be me, she, her, Terryl D. Lewis. Until she's ready to cut her hair, it's not happening. It's not happening. I wanted to be in control of my hair, my journey, because when I was getting my hair done at the salon, I can honestly tell you, I have never touched my hair ever. Because I was afraid. I'm like, especially when it was natural, I'm like, I can't shampoo this. I don't know if it's going to shrink on me or not. When I was younger, I used to experience great shrinkage. I never knew what my length was until my mom would let me get a press and curl. But now it's the same thing. I believe I have like 50% shrinkage or more. It's ridiculous. But again, it's mine. It's all mine. It's my hair. It's the hair that God gave me and blessed me with. And I'm excited about it. I'm on my journey still. I'm still transitioning. Yes, I have been gradually cutting off my relaxed ends, but it's been all in my time. I'll post some pictures or put up some pictures of where I am right now. I stopped, wearing the wig for a little bit, and I started wearing ponytails and used the Bob Marley hair. I'll put a picture here. As I continuously grow my hair out, I am on a protective style challenge, especially just for the summer too, because it is just hot. And I know it's not as hot as some places. I am in the D. The wigs they just work out for me. My hair is underneath, is being, treated. When I'm at home, I'm not really in my wig. I'm just chillaxing by myself. I'm just saying. I'm going to be doing this until September, where I may do my big chop or not. I might go 2 years like a lot of girls do on YouTube. But whatever it is, it's going to be what I want. It's not going to be someone else encouraging me to do this or that. It has to be in my own time. I'm doing this so I can help other people who it happened to as well, or who may be going through different issues. I can relate to what you're going through. You have to do everything in your own time. Some people can big chop. Absolutely. Is there anything wrong with that? No. Is there anything wrong with transitioning? Absolutely not. So I'm doing this challenge, this personal challenge for myself, just protective styles until September, and I'm going to be oiling my hair. If you guys want to see a video on that, just thumbs up. We can all do the challenge together. I'll tell you what I'm doing. Also, if you want to see a tutorial on this look, definitely let me know. I have pink glitter, eyes, just a little bit, a little pink in my tear ducts and my highlights. So just thumbs up this video, or just let me know whatever it is that you guys want to see. But this is my hair story, and I'm still on a mission. I'm still on a journey. I'm still standing, most of all. And everything that I go through, I wouldn't trade it for anything, because how can you help someone else when you've never been through anything? If you've never been through anything and you try to tell someone else it'll be okay, it's like, in my mind, I know it's going to be okay, but it's nothing like you telling me I've been through the same thing. This is my protective style. I'm actually getting ready to do a video on how to revitalize your wigs and how to style them. So this is a different wig from my previous video. If you haven't, check out my previous video. I've talked you guys head off a bit much, but that's my hair story, and I'll probably get into later why I truly decided to go natural. Alright, so thank you so much for tuning into my channel. If you have any questions, requests, definitely put it down below. If you would like to see any videos, any other tutorials, see me do something different, let me know as well. Thumbs up, subscribe. Thank you so much. God bless you all, and I will see you soon.